I just watched An American Werewolf in London.
Thank you.
I actually have a pretty vivid memory about this movie when I first learned about it. Back in elementary school, we had to research a topic of our choice, and I chose film. And I checked out one of those DK Eyewitness books to learn more about it. And somewhere in there, I think, was a little picture of the poster with some info about the movie. It stuck out to me because I loved werewolves, other monsters, and horror in general as a kid, but my parents weren't too enthusiastic about I think it was their third graders' interest in this kind of stuff. So it wasn't something I could just go home and check out. Now, here I am, all these years later, finally getting around to watching it. And it definitely earned its spot in that book. So, first thing about this movie is that it is a comedy horror. There are plenty of horror movies out there that have comedy elements or just a few jokes in them. But that's not what this is. It's not just a few offhand jokes or quips that take place within the movie. It's like kinda an actual comedy movie, and a funny one too. It really weaves itself in the horror also, and the horror is pretty freaky too. It's fucked up. Holy thanks to the practical effects, by the way. This is my favorite part of watching these older horror movies, seeing the use of practical effects. And I know people say shit like this a lot, and I'm not one of those dudes who just hates on CGI by any means, but honestly, these practical effects tend to scare me way more than today's special effects. Some other good examples of this off the top of my head are The Thing and Alien. And maybe it's the fact I just haven't watched a movie I haven't seen before in a while now, but it feels like it has been so long since I found a movie I haven't seen before that I am completely gripped and entertained by from beginning to end. Whether it was funny or fucked in a horror sense, it had me the whole time. I really love the chemistry between the main characters in this movie, David and Jack. At the start of this movie, when they're just walking and talking, it feels so real, like they've been friends for years. And I give credit to this for getting me sucked into the movie and its world right at the start. For me, this relationship, these two together, was such a highlight of this movie, I had to mention it. There's one other notable chemistry in this movie that works really well and adds to the movie, but I won't get into that because even though this movie came out in 1981, someone hasn't seen it, and I don't want to give anything away. In short, or in summary, this is a classic I'm sure you've heard of, and if you've seen it, you know why it is just that. If you haven't, for sure check it out. And then you can join in on the inevitable hate this supposed remake will be getting. Already dreading that one. So, I give An American Werewolf in London 4 out of 5 stars. Either check it out or let me know what you think about it. And yeah, I'm just gonna say cut right away. Cut.